First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 8. I did this video on stream, but the problem was the video came up so gritty, you really couldn't make out what was what. And this is the kind of video where clarity is everything. So I've said this many times in my video demonstrations that the only screen that has the ability to be able to produce a black level, a true black level, not counterfeit, not fake, would be a black screen. As in basically when it comes to white levels, the only screens that can pull up a 100% pure white level is a white screen. Now, the problem you fall in when you get into grays and light grays is the fact that they don't have the ability to pull white levels or black levels, so they're kind of caught in the land of what you call like limbo. Now, one of the things that we have displayed when it comes to our black technology is our black technology has the ability to pull up very high white levels. This is when we do side-by-side demonstrations versus other black screens, and this is what shows that our technology is different from what other black screens are capable, have they capable to do. Keep in mind, other black screens will come out muddy and dirty because they cannot prove side-by-side to another black screen that they can pull up a higher white level. Now, as I'm going to move away from this real quick. Now, one of the demonstrations I like to show off is the star field demonstration, because this is the one that gets the point across. This really does get the point across. Now, we all know that the outer space, it's black. It's just nothing but all blackness and white stars and so forth and planets and all the other good stuff. And keep in mind, you cannot pull that off if you have a dark gray screen. Even if you have a dark gray screen, you can't pull that off due to the fact that a dark gray screen will pull up a better contrast than a light gray and a white screen, but still, all in all, it will never ever have the ability to beat a black screen. Some people may tell you that you may be able to pull contrast off a dark gray screen. Some people may tell you that you can go into your projector and adjust your contrast settings. That is not true. That is not going to work. Bottom line is, if your screen is gray, then guess what? Your contrast is gray. That's what it's going to be. So, as you can see in the star field demonstration, of course we're going to have our lights on. We'll do one with the lights off later on tonight. I'll do a demonstration with the lights off. But this is just to show you that, this is the reason why when you see these demonstrations, they're never in direct light. Usually when you see white screens or any form of a white screen, anything light colored, they use a lot of high contrast, not high contrast, sorry about that, a lot of bright, vivid colors. Because vivid colors are something that the screen is going to be to show its strong points. Now, when doing demonstrations using black contrast, anything like the star field demonstrations, these are demonstrations that will be done in the dark, because it's the only way the screen is going to be able to perform at its best level. It has to be in the dark. You will not see any form of light screen paint ever do any form of star field or any kind of black screensaver demonstration in a fully lit environment. It's just not going to happen. Alright, so let's go upstairs real quick and let's knock out our lights. Now, for those of you that are thinking that, hey, that's impossible, I have live stream demonstrations of me doing this exact demonstration, but except for not on dark screen. Actually, I did it on the Actually, I did it on dark screen. Yeah, I did it on the dark screen. I did it on the dark screen. I have those live stream demonstrations I will post below so you can see it live. Alright, so there you go. That's the only way that this screen would have a fighting chance. You have to be in the dark. And that's why anytime you'll see a demonstration on any form of screen paint that's not black, it'll always be done in the dark when it comes to doing contrast. But as you can see when you get up close, black is black and gray is gray. Now, let me show you something. First things first, to make anyone who's selling a dark gray screen paint, keep in mind, we had our own dark gray screen paint. It was called Supreme 8 Titanium Black Silver. And even in the side-by-side demonstrations, I explained to you that the Titanium Black Silver will never be able to compete with that black screen because it produces a much higher contrast level. I think after we did that demonstration, none of that paint sold. So we pulled it. There's no point. People want black contrast levels. They want anything that comes close to an OLED. Now, this is one of the tricks that they'll use. They'll take their screen, dark gray, and they'll put it against a white screen. We never did that demonstration because I know I can't tell you that a dark gray screen is going to have black levels. It's going to have some black levels, but it's never going to give you real 100% black levels. You'll never get that out of the screen. I'll never tell you that, but I'll tell you that one of the things you'll see in this demonstration, that what they'll do is they'll put a dark gray screen next to a light gray screen and say, look how amazing the black levels are. Now, because there's not a black screen present, in your mind you think that's black. That's not actually black, that's gray. It's just darker than this screen, and it's just producing an image that looks like it's black. Now if I take my, let me see if I got it on the right side. There we go. If I take my screen that is black, right, put it here, put it there, now you see, this is now gray and this is now black, as you can see. Now you're seeing it for what it is because black technology is laying against it. So this is actually gray. This is gray now, and this is black. Same thing if we do this demonstration with the lights on. We'll come up here, and we'll hit our light switch for a minute. There we go. Now, like I said, if I were to remove this, let's up here some Velcro, remove this, make sure you say, hey look, here's a star field demonstration. This is our dark gray screen paint. As you can see, it's pulling up 100% true black levels. That's what they'll tell you. I've never told you that in the demonstration because, as I said before, when I did the side by side, we have black technology, so I can't tell you that. They'll tell you that you're seeing real black levels. Now, from your point of view, since there's no black screen there, you think you're seeing a black level. You're not. You're actually seeing gray. Until we take our technology right here, see, that one awry. There we go. Take our technology and we stick it against it. Now you see real black and you see gray. So all this time when you look at dark gray screens, you think you're seeing black. You're not seeing black, you're seeing gray. And this goes with a lot of screens out there like the Dark Star 9, which is dark gray. Any screen that's dark gray does not produce 100% contrast. It produces a gray level, not a black level. Only black screens have that capability. If I go into a, let me see, we'll put in some abstract art. Now the background for this abstract art is black. The colors on a dark gray screen will be better than a light gray screen or a white screen. But anything involving any kind of black, any black background, and any part of the video demonstration will not show up. If I go into OLED, we all know that OLED demonstrations, the backgrounds on OLEDs are black. They're not gray. So the colors coming up, you just can't get the black background because the screen can't produce contrast. I'm sorry there's no sound to this. Now watch when the fish transfers over to the gray screen. See how the colors are more richer on the black screen? And any background of any OLED demonstration, the background is always black. The back of the screensaver is black. we're going to do a fireworks display. Now everybody knows on the fireworks display, in any video you watch, the background night sky is black. So I'm just showing you what you are really supposed to be seeing. Anybody that tells you that a dark gray screen can produce 100% black contrast levels lies. Never in any demonstration where we're doing titanium black silver. Told you before that the titanium may be to produce higher white levels, but the black screen will always have better contrast. Now let's go over to just to give you a peek, just to show you how amazing the white levels are on our black technology next to a gray screen. This shows you how bright, because keep in mind, it's been told that a black screen does not have the capability to be able to produce a high enough white level. They come out dark, they come out dirty, and they come out dingy. Not our technology. Our technology can produce a higher white level. Due to the fact that it produces a higher white level, gives it the ability to produce more brighter, more natural colors. As you're seeing, as it sits right next to a dark gray screen. But the only problem you'll have from a dark gray screen is you cannot produce contrast. You can't get it on the screen. Look at the levels right there. Look how high the white levels are on our black technology. And that's our Supreme 8 True Ambient Light Projection Screen Paint. Just to show you how high those white levels are. Now if that screen was dirty and produced a dirty image, then the image is going to come out dirty. It would never come close to matching a gray screen. And like I said, if I go back to the Starfield demonstration, you will see the flaws when it comes to a dark gray screen. It cannot produce contrast. Alright, now what we're going to do next is I'm going to take this down right here. I'll take my black screen down. And as you can see, this is what you're automatically going to get from a light gray screen. So light gray screens and gray screens don't produce contrast. They just don't have that capability. I'm going to come over here. On this side, I love this. This is my ultimate test sheet for doing anything. We're going to come over and show you the white level capability on our black technology. And as I said before, when it comes to our black technology, our screens have a very interesting shade of black. We have a custom shade of black, which allows us to be able to separate ourselves from everything out there on the market, because I don't want my screens, my product matching everybody else's. So as you can see, we have several different shades of black. As I said before, black comes in multiple shades. We have the Supreme 8. We have house paint. No, that's the projection screen material. Canvas, surface canvas. It was a black projection screen surface on Amazon, claiming that you can have a black screen with the material. Over here, this is black house paint. Now, keep in mind, in the black house paint, you'll see a little white line down the middle of it. Those are the areas that did not get hit with this whole screen was actually coated, or this was coated and that side was coated. But these are the areas that didn't get hit with the black paint. This is actually some of our coating right in that little line right there. That's why you see it matches here and there, that little line. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to pull up we're going to pull up a white screensaver. Alright, now as I said before in many of our demonstrations that our black technology will never have the ability to be able to match a white screen, because a white screen does just that. It produces a high white level. When it comes to a light gray screen, a light gray screen is going to produce a higher white level. But when it comes to contrast, black screens are going to be superior over both of those screens. One of the things we do show you in our demonstrations is that our black screens produce a higher white level than any other black screen out there on the market. So that's what separates us from other black screens on the market. So let's get up close so I can show you the white levels on our technology, which is here. This right here is the projection screen material that I purchased on Amazon. And over here, this is black paint. I told you right in between the lines that it's going to be real white because it's actually some of our paint here that's in that area. But this is black house paint. This is what black house paint looks like. If you paint this onto your wall, you're going to get a very dirty image. Where it comes to our technology, can produce a higher white level. Now it's not going to be pure white, but that level is going to be extremely high enough where, like I said, I can go in and I can blend in easy with a dark gray screen. We'll do a triangle pattern. As you can see with the triangle pattern, you can see on our end, different shades of white come up brighter, different shades of gray come up brighter. When it comes to the other material that does not have the ability to produce white levels, this is where the image gets dirty. This is where you end up with a very dirty image. And this is what happens if you use anything else, any kind of black surface that does not have the ability to produce white level. As I said, any black screen paint can produce contrast. Any black surface can produce contrast. The important thing is to have something that can produce a white level. All right. Let's come over here. We are going to pull up, let me see. This is one of my favorite demos to do right here. And to show you exactly what you're getting. Now, because these screens can't pull up a high enough white level, what happens is the image becomes dingy and dirty. Where our screen can pull up natural colors, as you can see, the other images come up dirty. Our screen has the ability to pull up natural white levels. And you can see how dirty the image looks. This is what happens when the screen has something called oversaturation of contrast levels, where it's producing so much of a high contrast level, the image comes up dirty. And this is what other black screen paints will look like if they were to do a demonstration side by side to another screen paint or a black surface. They would come up dirty. It's a very hard demonstration to pull off.